Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Liang Yu situation. Why do I talk about this? Because there's a lot of people that are confused to the fact that this character is not OP, this character is not broken, oh no, right? I will tell you why I think this is fine and this is actually good for the game. Now, first of all, everybody knows about power creep, right? Power creep means that the new character is now stronger than the previous character, and then you have a easier time clearing the content if not just straight up being able to clear content that you couldn't clear before, right? That is the bad power creep, and now your old characters are irrelevant because the new ones are shinier and do more damage and do more things. So people were expecting for this Liang Yu character, me including, at the start was like, wait a minute, this character is not broken, right? And after we tried a little bit, this was the case. Now, that said, is this character bad? No. In fact, if you go and check the tier list that we have around, and our Pridwen didn't update their tier list, we're not gonna check talk too much about the tier list in general, make a separate video about it. But the TLDR is this character was put below Flutter Page. Understandably, Flutter Page is insane, especially P1. And so Liang Yu has a total of 8.8. I just wanted to show you the score. Now it's 9 on Limbo, 8 in Raid. We don't know Raid. I don't know why they said 8. You can theory craft a little bit, but sure, 8 Raid, 9 Roguelike, 9 Utu, 9 Reveries. Reveries is the hardest counter of the game at the moment, at least in CN. We don't have it yet, we will be getting in the next patch. So having 9 in Reveries, that's pretty good, actually. So how come this character is not as powerful as Anjonala or as Lucy or as Winsong? Because this is not the direction Bluepox wants to go to, or wants to follow, in my opinion. This character is extremely good at doing what it's supposed to do. Not giga damage, but it's supposed to give you a lot of opportunities and open a lot of windows for you to play in very different ways. You can play her with, technically, right? On paper, you can play with poison, you can play with follow-up attack, you can play as a random sub DPS that helps the party. You can play her with every other limited, right? Now, that's probably some cooked stuff, especially at P0, but there is a lot of this character does. It gives the team immunity during the ult, summons the Tiger. There is a separate entity that is going to give you more buffs if you play your cards correctly. It's going to enhance the hand screen at the bottom, so it's going to give you more crit rate, more crit damage. It's going to give you rank up incantation. It's going to give you crit damage in the sense that the Tiger is going to enhance the follow-up attack / if you collect many red cards, and if you collect many blue cards, it's going to be more poison, and it's going to play poison and burn. Now, on the floor, and your end floor is going to upgrade your cards depending on where is the area that you're playing them with. If you're playing it in the red, it's going to give the incantation rank up. If you're playing it on the blue, it's going to give +1 duration, fucking dyslexic, duration. So this is going to be very important for certain cards that you want to play in different types, in different areas of this character. So overall, the character is actually really good. However, there are some hiccups here and there, especially if you plan on getting a P0, because P0 is going to leave you with a little pretty scuffed rotation when it comes to keeping up with the Tiger and trying to do the follow-up attack with the Tiger in time before the ult runs out, and to build your stacks in time, because the ult lasts for 3 turns, if I remember correctly. It's going to last for 3 turns, it says here, but if you pick up P1, which is only 1 copy, now the Tiger stays for 1 turn longer, making the whole rotation way more enjoyable, making the character flow very well, way better than P0. So keep in mind that you might want to get P1 to make this character feel better. Now, I understand a lot of you are being like, wait a minute, are they trying to sell us the portraits from now on? I don't know. Not necessarily. This is a limited character. They might be going for this strat instead of making you pull for a broken character. They're trying to present a character that can do a little bit of everything. Is the character playable P0? Yes, of course, but it's gonna be a little awkward if you want to reach maximum potential. Now, you might not be interested in doing that, but this is something that is worth mentioning if you do care, right? And also a lot of people were already pulling for portraits. The game is very generous in general, so if you are lucky here and there, or maybe you don't want to pick up every character in the world, then you might even have some opportunities to get another copy. Now here on this I am free to play and I pulled on almost every character because I wanted to make the follow-up team, so I didn't have any pulls. Otherwise I would have pulled on this one a little bit more. Now that said, I think the role that Liang Yu works best is the follow-up attack, because there is a lot of extra help that she receives, especially P0 that she receives in the follow-up team. Because if you play her with Fluttered Page and Fatutu, you can kinda circumvent the problem of the P0, the problem of the rotation of the P0, or maybe the need of getting a 5 Moxie as fast as possible. Because on P0, if you don't get P2, which gives you makes you start with 5 Moxie, it's gonna take a little bit of time before you can actually do the ultimate. You really want to rush the ultimate, right? So the kit is oriented about the ultimate, because the ultimate enables the tiger and enables the field, the different colors. They can also merge together and get both. If you merge the colors together, you get both the buffs, rank up, and +1 duration. So you want to have that on all the time, so you can cook a little bit, right? So this is made very possible at P0, way easier to use at P0 if you pair her with a character such as Flutter Page. If you team them together, Flutter Page +1 AP card, which is the little paper plane, is going to be able to give you not only +1 Moxie if you use another card from Liang Yu, and also just +1 AP. So you are able to do more cards during that that round. So if you do that again, because it's really easy to do, you just cast this card, right? You do this before the ultimate, or you do it during like the very first turn of the ultimate, you will have one more incantation that you will be able to use, not only for Liang Yu, but in general everybody during that very important phase of the ultimate. So this is, I think it's the best in slot at the moment. Current testing, right? We don't have access to the raids yet. Ignore my stamina. My candies just exploded, so I'm gonna have to do that. I didn't do the daily yet. I just opened the game. So Reveries is here. You can play Reveries, but if you're curious about raids, they're not up yet, right? If you were curious, like, how does she perform in raids? Now you can do a little bit of theory crafting. Sure, you can more or less ascertain what is gonna happen. She's probably gonna be more than fine, especially in the follow-up team. Now for the Poison team, I don't think it's gonna be as powerful, especially at P0, as anybody would think, but I didn't try it on Poison, so I'm not going to be judging anything. I'm not going to be saying, oh, it's bad or it's good. Technically, it works, but I don't think it's the best usage for her. I think the best usage for her, looking at the kit, would be the follow-up team. Now, yes, you can use the blue zone to enhance your cards and maybe have some good cards that are doing a little bit of poison, a little more poison, or maybe the poison lasts for longer because it's going to be duration +1 to whatever that card is doing. So this is could be pretty important, pretty cool. Now, that said, I think Liang Yu in general, it's a really good unit. If you can, you should try to pick up P1. If you're wondering the portraits that are good, P1 is really good. P2 is like also really good, but you can stop there at that point, because P3 and P4, etc., they're going to make everything hit a little harder. Now P5 always obviously goes giga crazy, but unless you are a spender or you get lucky, you get to keep a lot of pulls as free to play or as a low spender, then sure, go ahead. But it's a limited character, all of your pulls will be gone. So if you don't get lucky, you are going to be fucked. That said, P1 and P2 are really good, really fucking good. P3 is okay. P4 is a little bit more damage, right? You're going to deal more damage in different occasions, especially with burn and stuff like that. You're going to deal more damage. But P4 is kind of far away and it's not that important considering the structure of the character. Now, I think I said everything I'm gonna check when Pridwen does the tier list. We're gonna make the tier list video. But overall, I think this character, a lot of people were panicking without any reasoning, to be honest. A little bit dooming, a little too much. The character is fine. Maybe because of the P0, it's gonna feel a little bit worse if you don't play with the follow-up team. But if you are playing with the follow-up team, it should be fine thanks to Flutter Page, which is now the new GOAT of the follow-up team. That said, let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about the character? I might add some footage here if I have time. I might not have time. And yeah, that said, thank you for watching and see you next time. Let me know what you think in the comments. And follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/Jakazin. Goodbye.